Hello, I'm Rob Phillips, and welcome to my channel, where I teach you how to live a more balanced and present life through yoga and meditation. I'm really excited because today we're going to be beginning what's going to be a 5-week series where each class we go through a sequence that emphasizes one of the 5 elements of Chinese medicine. So I'm going to go a little bit into the theory behind this. I'm not an expert on it, but it does influence my teaching. And Yin Yoga is a wonderful way to work with the subtle energy in the body. And we're going to hit kind of all the different channels along the way over the next few weeks here. So we're going to begin today with the element of wood, which is associated with the liver and the gallbladder channels, which means we're going to be doing poses that emphasize the side body, the outer hips. So on a physical level, if that's what you're looking for, that's what you'll be getting for today. So in terms of props, usual stuff for my class, I recommend having a blanket and a couple of blocks. Once you're ready to get going here, we're going to find our way into a comfortable seat. So find your way there if you are not already, remembering you can sit up onto blankets, blocks, whatever props you need here to feel supported, to feel stable. Hands can rest onto the thighs or onto the knees, lifting up tall through the crown of the head, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the belly. Closing your eyes and beginning to settle here. Beginning to relax. Noticing how you're feeling here in this moment, feeling a sense of connection. Getting that sense of just being here in your body, as you are right now. And so this element of wood is associated with growth and renewal. It's associated with the season of spring. So really nice as we start this journey here together, just feeling the sense of newness, sense of opportunity. Relaxing into that, really opening up to all the possibilities that may arise. For now, we'll just settle into this first pose for a few more moments. Take a few more breaths. What could you let go of here? What could you release here? Let's take a gentle inhale breath here through our nose. And take a gentle exhale breath out your mouth. Relax the chin, slowly open your eyes. We're going to stay in seated here as we begin. So I'm just going to turn sideways because it will be a little bit easier to see what I'm about to do here. So in general, you might want to sit up on a blanket. And I'm going to recommend having a block here. It's going to be helpful with what we're about to do. So you'll extend your legs forwards and front, let them relax. Keep your left leg straight, right foot comes inside into half butterfly, and just be mindful of your knee. You might need an extra prop to support yourself here. But then we're going to take this block here, and I like the tallest height to start, somewhere on the inside edge of that left leg. You're going to turn and take a little twist over to the right, and then gently lean in here. So the intention is to feel this on the right side, waist and ribs. Give a few more details in a moment here as I start my timer. Good. So you can find a little upwards rotation, and the right hand could stay down or it could rest kind of on the side here and drape over the head if that's more comfortable. I like this version for myself. I can kind of like park my hand here. So just feeling as you lean into this, there's that connection with the outer edge of the right side waist and the ribs. But you'll also feel this sense of releasing a bit on the back line of your left leg. A bit of a hamstring stretch like we normally feel in half butterfly. Relax the body, settle in here, and just a reminder for anybody who's new to my class or new to this way of doing yoga. Be gentle with your body here. Never push through any sharp or aggressive sensation. Remembering to be kind to yourself, and the body will respond to that. The body will benefit from this work. As we relax the body, we notice and we observe and we let go of anything we're holding on to that isn't serving us in this moment. Anything that we don't need right here and right now. So just connect with that here. Take a few more slow breaths, a few more moments in this more upright configuration we're in. From here, take one more complete breath. Slowly begin to inhale and rise up and just turn to face center here and relax your other leg. Let it settle, let it reset. Take maybe 4 or 5 breaths here, a little pause between our two sides, and just feel a sense of opening in the body, sense of release. What have you let go of already? What have you released, even in that single pose? Let's set up our second half here. So you're going to keep your right leg straight. Left foot will come inside, setting up your half butterfly. Take that block or some other prop on the inside edge of the right leg. That's going to make it a little bit easier to lean into. So you're going to turn now over to your left. Slowly lean into this, and you can play with the placement, of course. Listen to your body, work with it here. Open up through the ribs, through the side waist, and you can keep the left hand down, which is a little more mellow. Or you could park your left hand onto the side of the head here, anywhere that's comfortable for a slightly more upright configuration. But feeling the body, feeling the pose here, and allowing yourself to respond, allowing the body to kind of work with this. As we settle, just a little bit about the theory here, and I'm not going to get too deep or too technical, but when we do really any body practice, but Yin Yoga works especially well for this, we're influencing various lines in our bodies, various channels of energy. And so if we sequence in particular ways, we can emphasize certain channels more than others. So in this way, our Yin Yoga practice becomes kind of an energetic tune-up for the subtle energy system. I actually do this in all of my classes. So if you felt those kind of energetic effects, that might be why. But today we're being a little more specific with which channels we're working with. And over the next few weeks, we're going to really hit all of them. So there'll be a great kind of self-contained group of classes. You can work with all of them and be pretty confident that the whole body is getting that tune-up, or the whole energy system is getting that tune-up. And it all relates to these subtle elements that are also coming from Chinese medicine. Today we're emphasizing the wood element. For now, you're going to take one more complete breath like you are. Slowly inhale and rise up. Relax the shoulders, relax that front leg. And extend your other leg here, let that one relax too. And again, just take a short pause. Take a few breaths here. Allow for the system to respond, allow for the body to settle after the work that we just did. Let's take a gentle inhale breath through the nose. Open up the mouth, exhale, and let it go. From here, I'm just going to flip myself around. I want to use this as the front of the mat. what we're going to do is set up into a deer pose, so an outer hip opener. We're going to target our left side first. So to set this up, you're going to essentially roll over onto that outside edge of your left hip. You can take your right leg somewhere inside here if you'd like. Feel free to support yourself on your blanket or use any other props that you need here. If this irritates your knees, you can lie on your back and take like a figure 4 shape with the left ankle crossed over the right. If you're feeling okay here, we'll take a gentle inhale breath to lengthen. We'll exhale to release and find our way forwards. Relax the body into the pose and feel that emphasis, especially on the outside edge of our left leg. Make sure the body beyond that, around that, feels spacious, feels open. And relax into this experience, settle into this experience. And just a few kind of bigger picture concepts about the work that we're doing. So as I mentioned in the beginning, wood element is associated with newness, with growth, even with creativity. So when the wood element is well balanced, we feel creative, we feel like we're growing, making things happen. Whereas if the wood element is either deficient or stuck or blocked, we might feel kind of uninspired. We might feel sluggish, resistant. If the wood element is excessive, we might feel anxious or restless, unable to focus, almost too much growth, we could say. So again, this practice isn't a super detailed intervention for this. It's more of a general, broad tune-up of the system and this idea. So as we get further along here, just incline yourself to find this sense of balance. To feel inspired. To feel as though you can create without being restricted, but in a balanced way. The body will respond to these intentions. The body will definitely respond to the work that we are doing. So sit with that here for a few more cycles of breath, a few more moments here, just like you are. For now, take one more complete breath right here. Gently press yourself up and away from the floor. Sweep both legs forwards and just kind of sit with the legs in front, really similar to what we did a little bit earlier, a few minutes ago, and just be here for a few breaths. Let the body respond for a few moments. So just taking a few breaths here and feeling the response, feeling the difference between the two halves of the body, and you can certainly take a few deeper breaths. Just invite that energy to move. Feel, again, that response. Feel the integration from what you just did. From here, as you're ready to, let's set up for the second side of that deer pose, so you can walk your feet in. Slowly roll your way over onto the outside edge of your right leg. Take the left leg anywhere inside. Again, feel free to use props. Really be honest that there's no unpleasant sensation happening in either knee. Once you found that here, you'll inhale to extend. Exhale to relax and to release forwards. Let the body really settle here. Let yourself really land and relax here. Feel the release, especially on the outside edge of the left leg. And by left leg, I meant right leg, but you know what I meant. And as you relax into this, invite that sense of spaciousness, invite that sense of opening. Again, inviting this possibility of balancing the energy system in the body. Today, balancing that element of wood as our primary intention. And of course, worth mentioning, even though I'm talking about a little more theoretical stuff today, the core elements of the practice are always the same. We want to relax the body in the pose. We want to feel that release and that opening. And invite that sense of connection here. Invite this opportunity to really experience each moment. Let yourself really be here through the process as things evolve, as things open up for you more and more. Take just one more complete breath right here like you are. Slowly press into the floor and rise up. Sweep both legs forwards. Come back into that upright seated position. And again, relax here. Take a few deep breaths. Feel the whole system integrate. Feel that sense of bouncing back. Just a few breaths to really work with that here. Let's take a gentle inhale breath through our nose. Gentle exhale, sigh out our mouth. From here, we're essentially going to stay in this position for the next pose. I would encourage, I think most people could benefit from elevating the hips on a blanket, on some other prop, just giving yourself a little bit of lift. And the intention here is not to get like a huge stretch. I want this to feel like a nice release for the back body. So I'm going to recommend maybe having the feet ever so slightly wider than the hips, not a straddle or anything like that, but just give yourself a little bit more space to work with. Consider sliding a prop under the knees if you need some reinforcement there. Otherwise, if this feels reasonable, any amount, lean into this, and you can even invite a bit of rounding in the spine. Obviously, if you have a story with your spine, the back, you might need to back out a bit. You might need to keep a straighter spinal alignment. That's fine. You'll notice this pose is emphasizing a slightly different area. We're working with the back of the legs, the back of the torso. So in general, this pose emphasizes the water element more so than the wood element. But as we'll see as we go through the cycle, water actually precedes wood, much as it does in nature. Water provides the nourishment so that plants can grow, so that wood can be created. So we just include this here in our sequence to complement, to kind of balance. So we're not only working with one channel, we're working with its parent as well. But again, as I said a few minutes ago, just focus on the fundamentals here. Focus on the release, focus on the relaxation. What can you let go of here? How might you find even more space for your final few breaths? Let's take our final complete breath here and slowly begin to inhale, roll up. We can relax the shoulders, we can relax our legs, let them release. From here now we're going to find our way all the way onto our back. So just releasing, settling down towards the floor. Take a short pause there. And you can spread out nice and open on your mat. Take a few deep breaths, and again, feel this energetic quality. I've been talking, so much about these energy lines in the body. We don't need to know all the details under the hood, so to speak, but we can feel what's happening when we transition. We can feel that free flow of energy that I'm talking about. At least I hope so. So just sit with this here for a few more moments. Take a few more nice deep breaths. So from here on our back, we're going to set up for one more last pair of side body poses. So we're going to do banana shape on either side. So let's walk our feet in. With the knees bent, you're going to slide the pelvis over to the left. We're trying to create horizontal movement. Lower the hips down and extend your legs long. And as they move over to the right, you'll start to feel that release on the outside of the body. Maybe the left ankle crosses on top. Maybe the arms come up overhead and they reach a bit to the right as well. You can fine tune this. But as I said, the intention is to feel a nice release all along the left side here as we kind of open up. Otherwise, you'll definitely want to just relax into the pose. Make sure you're lying down generally flat on the back. I know I've taught this a good amount on my channel, so maybe you've done this with me before. But otherwise, let the pose do its work. And just connect with, just notice and observe what that experience is like for you here. Let go of whatever you don't need. Let go of whatever isn't serving you here. Take a final complete breath right here. Slowly release the arms and legs and just make your way back into the center. We'll take a short pause there. Take a few breaths. And again, we know the process by now. Feel the body settle. Feel yourself relax and release into this. Let's set up for the second side. So walking the feet in, bending the knees. Lift the hips up, nudge them a bit over to the right. From there, extend the legs long and move them over to the left. And the intention is to feel the release on the right side body. Maybe the right ankle crosses on top. Again, arms will reach over towards the left, and that can emphasize the upper body a little bit more, but feel that nice side stretch. Obviously, we did a lot of poses emphasizing that line. Let this be one last of those. And let yourself relax. Let yourself unwind into the pose. And notice and observe just what that feels like for you. Deeply release anything that you might still be holding on to physically or mentally in this moment. Take one more complete breath right here. Slowly unravel the arms. Release the legs, undo your cross, and settle one last time into a neutral pose, and really be intentional with how you set this up. This is going to be our final rest, final shavasana. We'll linger here for a couple of minutes. So close your eyes, take a brief scan through the body, and begin to relax, begin to let go even more. Take a gentle inhale breath through the nose. Exhale out your mouth and let absolutely everything go here for these next few minutes. So just taking a final few moments like you are here on your back and just feel what is settled, feel what has released. Deepening the breath and just finding some small movements when you're ready for them, and allow those movements over time to help you find your way onto your side. From your side, gently pressing up into comfortable seats and closing your eyes once you're there. So feel all the effects of your practice, feel the full change you've created here in this moment. And join your hands in front of the heart. So as always, my deep thanks to each of you for sharing your practice. It's truly an honor to teach. As we say, the light within me salutes the light within you. Namaste. So again, thank you so much for joining. And as always here, if you have any thoughts or questions, you can let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a like. And if you are not already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can see more videos like this each week. Finally, if you want some deeper insights, some deeper thoughts about yoga, meditation, philosophy, really all of this stuff, follow the link below and subscribe to my newsletter, because I do some more in-depth content than what I can do on this channel sometimes. Otherwise, again, thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.